Hi there, Ashley Rivia. Welcome to today's video. A quick reminder of our economic calendar. As I mentioned, that I'll be back just to give you an update on what the dollar has done this past week, before the NFP is released. But before we get going, please note that QuickTrade is a licensed financial service provider, as well as a licensed over-the-counter derivatives provider. Myself, I'm a registered rep under supervision with the FSCA, and that authorizes me to give some recommendations. However, remember, the risk and reward and the execution of your trade remains your responsibility. So as mentioned, just a quick update here on the economic calendar and what's to possibly be expected here tomorrow. In support of that, I just like to show you what the dollar has done in terms of its strength this past week, starting at the 4th of July. Up until now, the past 3 days has really been strong for the dollar. We saw a lot of gains, that were taken off from the Nasdaq, the S&P, and the Dow Jones, but recovered again. At this moment in time, it is pushing up just a little bit, with the dollar obviously looking a little bit sleeker, slimmer, consolidating and pausing at this resistance at 107. Now, if that job report obviously comes out a little bit stronger than the forecast, we could see the dollar then obviously increase to roughly around the 108 level, which is a new resistance that hasn't been reached in a very long time. And if that job report comes out as a little bit weaker, or less jobs being created, we could see the dollar retracting possibly back to this specific breakout zone here at 105. Just a couple of economic numbers or the data related to the NFP. Remember, it's the 8th of July, and the time for you to expect that will be at 14:30. That's 2:30 South African time. Before that, we have ECB's President Lagarde speaking. That's monetary policy, the direction of the economy. So those are happening all the time, every month, every week, and it does create volatility in the market. So always look at what currency it is in regard with. But just to quickly conclude on the NFP, you can see it's at 14:30, as well as the unemployment rate. They go hand in hand on a monthly basis. And remember, this is for June's figures. We have a forecast there of 268,000 jobs. The previous was 390,000 jobs. And if we do see a strength coming in or more jobs being created, like I mentioned, we could see further upside. And if there's less, we could see further downside. The unemployment rate, previous 3.6%, set to be forecasted at remaining the same. But obviously, we're going to have to wait and see as that result comes out. And then please remember, risk and reward, make sure it's adjusted accordingly. Make sure, that you have all your stop losses in place, as the NFP can create a lot of volatility in the market, sometimes 5 minutes before, 5 minutes after, you don't really know. But please remember that it's very important to make sure that your management of your risk is taken care of. I'll be back again next week for your economic calendar to tell you what's happening with an update. This is Ashley Reeve signing out.